your psychic intellect and made you my puppet.
It's a bullseye! And here's your host, Jim Boyd!
Perhaps today is a good day to die. Prepare for running speed!
Sir, there's another starship coming in. It's the Enterprise.
Bone, your shoulder bone connected to you. Neck bone, your neck bone connected to you. Head bone, now hear the word of the Lord. Them bones gonna walk around.
Take evasive action. Green group, skip across the holding sector of each other.
Admiral, we have enemy ships in Sector 47.
It's a trap.
.007 Triple X.
Bond, what do you think you're doing?
Keeping the British end up, sir.
Nobody does.
Sorry if I scared you. You'll like this bit.
Yes, indeed. You will like this bit. I am back from my religious exile away from YouTube. I wasn't on last night. I was too cream crackered. I considered going on Dan's channel, right? I do. It was a real possibility, but there was nothing he was talking about on his channel I was really that interested in, right? I mean, it was like Chubbuck. I was like, oh yeah, I got it, but man, okay. So I tried to explain to Dan, and it's very difficult because it's this is deep in the heart of a culture that, you know, is completely foreign to you, probably, right? Like deep. I mean, like maybe Muslims might be able to get it. So like, so if you didn't know, Friday night and Saturday was Yom Kippur, right? And I am in pain and recovering from it right now. It's very exhausting, right? It's very physically exhausting for me because okay. So you don't eat for like 25 hours. And the idea is how do I explain it? This is the day of greatest mercy of God, right? To the Jewish people. And so we try and spend it in the most meritorious way possible. And we're trying only focusing on, you know, heavenly things. So we don't eat, we don't wear leather. Right. And there's a lot of prayer. Now, this prayer has been these are like things that have been around for 2,000 years, right? So it's all very it's very cut. I mean, like it's hard to imagine a culture like it's like being in Dune, right? Oh yeah, we've done it for like literally 2,000 years, right? To the same tunes. It's bizarre, right? All around the world, wherever you go, it's the same thing. And so for me, they're extremely intense prayer services, right? Which are you know, I'm like, yeah, again, I find I like I don't know, my legs are like my throbbing afterwards. If I felt like I've been to the gym, if I would ever go to the gym, how I imagine it would be like, right? And you know, it's and then a very intense prayer service. And this year, I think more than ever, right? So my first like real revelation from it is that, you know, the all these prayers, right? They're written in the plural, right? We're forming a gestalt entity. We're not there as individuals. We're there as individuals within a gestalt, right? To and it's kind of like if you imagine Professor X puts on Cerebro, right? And that's all, yeah, and that's all the people around the world. And so you look at it in terms of currents, or if you're looking at it from God's point of view, currents of where things are going. And I'm hopeful that because of October 7th and like, you know, the real outing of anti-Semitism, right? It just came back full force. Nothing embarrassing about it at all. Right? If you think, well, that's anti-Semitic, you get shouted at. Well, what do you mean? We're the BBC. We can't be anti-Semitic. right? So I'm hoping, like the normie, right, that moved the normie somewhat, because that's the main body you need to move, right? Just enough, right, that the good Lord may be smiling upon us. I think that might be the case, right? I think that might be the case. Listen, I got two of my my prayers answered already. One actually I had for a while. I'll tell you about that. So again, the Day of Atonement is meant to atone. You do all this stuff, and you want to get this, like, you know, all these sins that you've done atoned for, right? So yeah, there's a couple of people who have they've made me crazy. They after the morning prayer service, they have a little like little class between themselves, and I just hear them say the most intense idiocy over and over again. It's like, oh God, no, that's it. Like, you know. I remember one time, one of them was a teacher in the school. I was like, "This is a religious teacher. That's why, this is why, people stop being religious." And it was like he's got to teach this thing, which is about slaughter. I'm like, and he's like, "I don't know how I'm going to teach it to the boys." I'm like, firstly, what boy in the world doesn't like blood and guts? You basically got to go to an abattoir, right? It's really wild. They all love that, right? Every 13-year-old boy. Secondly, you got to stop for a second and think, wait a minute, this is a commandment from God to produce the ultimate good. And the central way one connects to God, right, in a perfected universe is you come and you have a steak at the temple. That's basically what it was. And he had a really good steak. So, like, there's so much in meat, right? But the first thing you got to start with is by recognition that God's real, right? Which I don't think I'll come to anyway. Both these people were one of them was very supportive of that rabbi who was like lying through his teeth about me and a lot of other people, right? And the other one turned out to be as well, right? And so, I always think it's bizarre that they're like studying these esoteric little bits of Jewish law. When they're like, you didn't keep that thing. That's like, a really big deal, and you never apologized or did anything. They're like, what's up with that? It's the strangest thing, all right? So, I've always wanted to have a conversation that will allow me organically somehow to go, what's wrong with you? Like, point it out, right? I wish I could understand, right? And that happened today. Again, the one giving the class said, and if somebody defames another person, if he's quiet, that doesn't mean he's guilty. And they go, So I look over it, right? The synagogue goes, well, I'm glad you worked that out already. 4 years too bloody late. And I said, and they're like, well, and they know they're in the shit, right? I see one guy, so his back to me, shrinking. As I'm saying, the other one who's facing me turning white relatively quickly. I said, your boy, and I can't say his name on the channel, your boy, Rabbi Arsov, right, was lying through his teeth about me, right? And I didn't respond, right? I didn't respond, and the schmuck that I was, right? Because I thought everybody knew that. You might have known you might not have known, this is my line, okay? You might not have known it was lying, defamatory, malicious gossip. But you knew it was defamatory, malicious gossip, and they're like, and they literally just read the law that they all broken, right? And they were all so holy in their mouth to me. Oh God, right? Incredible, right? Absolutely incredible. So I'm sorry, I don't think I want to talk about that right now. I said, yes, I can understand why you wouldn't. Interesting enough, though. Just before that, they were talking about they brought up an interesting point, because sometimes they do. They bring up interesting points. Their conclusions are just often very stupid. But the interesting point they brought up with was the only real crime it's called avodah zorah, idolatry, and I do tend to agree with that. Now, what does that mean? Idolatry means putting anything before God, right? If there's putting any system and making it more important than God. So like again, these people, they have egg on their face. Like, yeah, we all know it. They know, I know, but they live in fear of me saying, "Oh yeah, remember that time you fucked up?" Yeah, they do. All they do is come and say sorry, and it's all gone forever, right? But they were, they couldn't do that. They're too weak, but their life would have been so much better had they done that. Anyway, so what was I talking about? But that rabbi, didn't say, I can't remember. So no, that again, but it was like this was one of my things because it always cranked me. And they literally opened the door for me today. I think the good Lord granted me a wish that I've had for quite some time. So that's good news, right? Also, other bit of good news. It Levine has animated episode 3 of Evil of the Daleks. Now, let me also relate this to my synagogue. So we have a guy, one of the central things in these high holiday services is blowing the shofar. The shofar is this round, like that sort of thing, right? It's I can't do it. I'm not very good at it at all. I can't do it at all. So there's one guy who's been doing it forever, and he loves doing it. Oh, he gets so much pleasure from it, and and he always plays it down, but he does get so much pleasure. Is he the greatest ever? Well, sometimes it knocks out the park. Not every time, right? Not 100% of the time. God bless him. But that if he ever doesn't knock it out of the park, it's for me offset by the, how meritorious it is to like put that aside so this guy can get like it's real. This geschmack, this it's a good times, baby. Anyway. And then I saw come out and like the come out of the holiday and so I haven't eaten, right? And I'm like, well, you're all groggy. I like inhale 2 bagels, right? Like before I even knew I ate them. Yes, that's when my Jewy gene kicked in. All right. So what was I gonna say? Yeah, I came out of the holiday. Oh, I saw that Harris is absolutely imploding. Like in a way. Look. Right now, it's about setting a trajectory for the end. You want to be going that way. Harris is going that way, right? It's not good. I think it's game over. And everything they do, it implodes horribly, right? It just implodes horribly. Here, look at this. So they go. Oh yeah, let me find this. I gotta find this thing. White guys for Harris or guys for Harris or something. It's the cringiest thing you've ever seen, and I thought it was a like a piss take. I thought it was what's the word? Not piss take, a parody. Apparently, it's real, right? It's bizarre. Wait, I want to say this. Fine, don't here. Let me do this one search. And then we'll get into this stuff. There we go. White guys for Harris. It's just it's so deeply cringe. Oh, Elon Musk is launching a rocket. I'm finding the parodies of it. I'm not. Is this it? Oh God, this is such cringe. I'm not sure we can even get through. This is the cringe is too deep. I think we're going to get it. I think we're going to have to watch it though. It's so bad. Oh my God. I love the way they're trying to imagine what's relatable. It's like, hello, fellow human. It's like somebody, it's like Resident Alien. Well, I kind of gave up on Resident Alien. It was good in the first season. Then it went super feminist in like episode 2 or 3 of the second season. And then kind of like gave up on it, quite frankly. But in the first season, it was fun where he was like trying to work out how to be human and failing. This is what this is like. These guys, people are trying to work out how to be men, pretend to be men, and just failing horribly.
Man. I'm a man.
I'm a man, man.
And I'm man enough.
I'm man enough to enjoy a barrel-proof bourbon.
Neat.
Man enough to cook my steak rare.
Okay, anybody who sits like that is like, hey, look at him. What are you? A fucking show pilot? Fuck you. You're a man. No, all these are show faggots, and I'm not suggesting that sexuality goes either way. You can be a hetero or you can be a gay faggot, in my mind. Okay, I think this is what white wealthy marketing female white wealthy marketing executives are telling Harris what the people want.
Man enough to deadlift 500, then braid the out of my daughter's hair.
You think I'm afraid to rebuild a carburetor?
Why would anybody be afraid to rebuild a carburetor? I mean, I can't. I would pay somebody to do it, but like, how is that a scary task? You know, like, you know, have you ever seen All Creatures Great and Small when they put their hand up the cow's bum to help it give birth? And you know, they seem to have really done that quite a lot, strangely enough. And so much so when they held, what was that? There was another show around the same era with Nurse Hughes, where she just pretended to have a hand up a cow's bum. Well, good for you, Neris. Good for you.
I eat carburetors for breakfast.
I ain't afraid of bears. That's what bear hugs are for.
And I'll tell you another thing. I sure as shit am not afraid.
And like, how are these people supposed to be masculine? They're so not masculine.
Afraid of women.
I'm not afraid of women.
You're not afraid because you are a woman. There has to be. Like, why is he sitting in such a feminine pose? Like, really?
Not afraid of women.
They want to control their bodies? I say go for it.
They want to use IVF to start a family?
They're all standing like women. It's the weirdest thing. No, and who has a problem with IVF? Like these people are nuts, right? Absolutely nuts. They control your body, fine. Just don't kill babies. Yeah, like you know, you have to control your body, not to like, you know, get a chainsaw and go to a nursery and like cut up all the babies there, right? Same thing, right? Just control your body that much, right? You know, what can I tell you? Or maybe don't get pregnant.
I'm not afraid of families.
They want to be childless cat ladies?
Have all the cats you want.
Well,
I don't mind women being childless cat ladies. I do mind them making the decisions for the grown-ups, right? Which is what's going on right now.
Someone wants to be president?
I mean, like you know, Kathleen Kennedy is essentially a childless cat lady, right? And look what she's done to Star Wars, Indiana Jones, Howard the Duck, Willow. I mean, she's even turned things that were shit into more shit, right? And this guy's supposed to be manly. Oh, so manly. Manly men being manly.
Well, I hope she has the guts to look me right in the eye and accept my full-throated endorsement.
Because I'm man enough to support women.
Man enough to know what kind of donuts I like.
Man enough to...
Nobody has any problem voting for a woman. I don't have any, like... I think the only people that have a problem voting for women is probably people on the left, because they like they really are racist and sexist, and they're like, when they get the booth, they're like, oh, fuck that, no way.
I'm lost even when I refuse to ask for directions.
Man enough to not ban young women from reading Little Women.
Or one of those pants books.
No, nobody's banning women from reading Little Women. They're banning child pornography in schools. Yeah. A little bit different, mate.
That the sisters like.
I'm man enough to raw dog a flight. It sucked. Not worth it.
I'm man enough to be...
I have no idea what raw dogging a flight means.
Emotional in front of my wife.
In front of my kids.
In front of my horse.
So these people are pussies, is what they're saying. Okay, fine. None of you are manly in any way. I don't want to be like you. Right? What are you doing? I'll do the opposite. This is not a person I want to be like. You're not relatable. And I'm English.
I'm man enough to tell you that I cry at Love Actually.
Goodwill.
I Love Actually. You could cry for one, but Love Actually, I'm man enough to tell you I don't like mind it when another man puts his penis in my bottom. Really? No. That's how manly I am. He can put his penis right in my bottom, up and down several times, and keep going until he reaches sexual completion. And I'm man enough to be manly about that. Yeah. Okie dokie. Okay. We're talking about manly in different ways then, obviously, right?
Hunting.
West Side Story.
That and predator.
And I'm sick of so-called men domineering, belittling, and controlling women.
No one's dominating, belittling, controlling women. This is so written by a woman paid to a pathetic, struggling actor who is in no way, shape, or form masculine.
Just so they can feel more powerful.
That's not how...
Okay, I understand why people like you might need to feel more powerful. Look at you, fucking hell. Really? You're trying to tell me that cowboy hat isn't like the only piece of your costume that you normally wear, and the rest of it is like, you know, a small black leather posing pouch that you whip off at whatever sick club or Hollywood game you're at.
My mama raised me.
I love women.
Okay, there. You are a woman. Look at this fucking... Okay, I love women. You are a woman. What the fuck? Look at you. Why are you sitting like a woman? Maybe this is a parody.
I love women.
I love women who support their families.
Women who decide not to have families.
Women who take charge.
And
women who give head.
I'm man enough to help them win.
Yeah. So they're hemorrhaging votes. They're hemorrhaging support in a way that I don't think anybody's ever seen. They wheeled out Barack Obama to tell them that, you know, you've got to get behind her, otherwise it's bad. Right? And just nothing's working. Like, absolutely nothing is working. Check this out. So, again, trying to prove they're manly and connect to people with any form of testosterone. Tim Waltz went out hunting, right? And again, fucked it up. Everything goes wrong. Everything they touch turns to shit. It's incredible.
And it never fits quite right. Never fits quite right.
He doesn't know how to load it. And look at him.
Governor, what kind of gun is it?
This is a Beretta A400. I bought it when I was shooting a lot of trap.
Yeah, you didn't know. You've never seen it before. You don't know how to load it, you dumb cunt. Really? I mean, like, it's like right now they're saying, don't elect us. No. So it's over. I think it's over. Saturday Night Live is taking the piss out of them now already. Check this out.
Oh man, that felt good. And Donald doesn't think I'm black.
She got zero game. Again, they're just openly mocking her at this point.
Okay, listen up, everyone. We couldn't have gotten here without one man, and his name is Joe Biden. Get on out here, Joe Biden.
This is actually... I can't believe they're being honest for once. Really.
Folks, that's right. A lot of people forget I'm president, including me. But guess what? And by the way,
I wish I could. The weird thing is, this is so subtle a parody.
I think I did a pretty good job. I passed more bills than any president in history. But folks, we still got work to do, no joke. I'm being serious right now. Come on. And guess what?
Sharpest attack. Sharpest attack. Nothing you can say about them that sharpest attack.
By the way, the matter is, the rich don't pay their fair share. They gotta pay the fair share. We gotta build back better.
Right, because of this, the stream's going to go offline at some point where I'm going to get, not struck, copyright claimed. And so I'm going to have to choose to edit out these pieces.
Build back the better, the better, the better. Build back the better. Can't believe it's not butter.
Thank you, Joe Biden. Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you. And I just want to say thank you, Joe Biden. Thank you for putting country first and for handing over the reins.
I didn't want to.
And like, literally, we all know this.
They made me. And guess what? And by the way, the fact of the matter is, no joke, this is serious right now. Being serious.
And this is brilliant. They could just replace him. This is like the perfect facsimile of Biden.
Anyway, anyway, in conclusion, me and Vice President Harris are the same.
Oh, okay. Great stuff. Thank you, Joe. Thank you so much. Thank you. All right. Goodbye, Joe. Goodbye, Biden. Listen, all right? We got to stay focused, okay?
The trouble is she's got too much more substance and saying more than the real Harris.
And let me tell you something. If we win together, we can end the dramala. End the traumala. And go relax in our pajamas.
Okay, I mean, like, you're laughing, but this is what she does.
Because if there's one thing I know, he's back. He's back. Whoopsie. All right. You want in?
Yeah.
Come on in. Okay. Hey there.
Again, finally, they found a sense of humor. It's over.
Is that nice?
Yeah, it's really good.
Okay. Hi there. Okay.
How did I get back here?
I don't know.
And the other one's actually a bit better. 1 second. Doink. There we go. Oh, yeah, never.
Survey top 6 answers on the board. Name something that you keep in your glove compartment. Oh, VP Harris.
Steve, look.
I mean, everyone knows what the joke she's doing right away.
I was raised in a middle-class family, all right?
Oh, here we go.
Okay, my mother raised my sister and me, all right? Yeah. She worked hard and saved up.
Yeah, uh-huh.
And we had a second mother, too.
Okay. Did that mother have a glove compartment?
A small business owner named Miss Shelton.
Okay, we got that. Something that you keep in your glove compartment.
Oh, a Glock, Steve. A big old Glock.
Oh.
I really miss Baldwin. Is he in jail? What's going on with him?
Oh, snap. Okay, so you strapped like that. All right. Show me the blip, blam, blicky. All right.
But yeah, listen. I think it's over. I do. I don't see them coming back. All right. I mean, who knows what's going to happen? But and look, the trouble is the left went completely freaking insane. Yeah, check this out. This is Anna Kasparian, right? This is her exit from the left as they went completely nuts, right? And this is actually big news. People are melting down about this.
It was around March. I was walking my dog. It was not quite dark yet, but the sun was setting. As I'm walking my dog, I see these two guys that were just kind of like moving around weirdly. You know, they seemed kind of manic and their clothes were tattered. So I knew that they were probably homeless. And I also knew that they're probably on something just based on like the twitchy way they were acting. But
right, that's living in New York for you, babe. Oh, living in LA, my mistake.
Living in LA, I mean, there's homeless people everywhere, right? So I've never had problems. I didn't think anything of it. But as I was bending down to pick up my dog's mess, one of the guys like grabs me by my hips and he had an erection. Oh God. And just starts like humping me. And I didn't know what to do. Like I was terrified. I didn't have a weapon on me. Yep. Like I had no way of defending.
Not raping her. I mean, it's like dry humping, I am assuming. But yeah, look, that's the thing. Liberals are liberal right up until the time their idiot decisions smack them in the face, or in her case, in the ass.
Defending myself, I didn't know how far it was going to go because it's two guys. I'm by myself with my little dog. It was one of the most terrifying things ever because
everything you voted for.
I'm pretty good at defending myself. In that moment, I just knew there was no option.
No way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And luckily, he stopped and they just laughed at me and walked away as they were laughing at me. And so there was the fear and then the humiliation and weirdly shame. Like I felt ashamed for some reason. And
because your idiot choices led directly to that.
It was awful. And it was really taking a toll on my mental health because I have to walk my dog, right? So at least 2 or 3 times a day, I'm going outside kind of scared. And so I opened up about this on the show, not really thinking much of it. And before I know it, I'm starting to get these messages and it's like really, really harsh stuff. And it's about how you are painting a picture of the homeless community. You know, how could you be like this? You know, these are your unhoused neighbors and they need help. A few people accused.
Again, how did it take this long for you to notice everybody around you is insane? Again, it was being assaulted, right? That's what to shake you up, like literally being sexually assaulted.
Me of being racist when I had never disclosed the race of the individuals who did this to me. And in fact, they were white. And so like when they started accusing me of being racist, I'm like, wait a minute. Why are you assuming that the people who did this?
Of course.
Yeah, like, I think you might have a problem here.
Exactly.
Yeah. And that woke me up. That woke me up because I'm like, oh my God.
They eat their...
Yeah, you know, I mean, why is Trump with RFK and Tulsi Gabbard, which I think is just the dream team? It's because, you know, there's actually a chance of real substantive change, right? You know, which I think is probably a good thing. Probably a bad thing is, you know, people just like how stupid they are. Christopher Eccleston, there's this thing, national demo, stop Tommy Robinson, stop the far right. Why is he far right? Can you name a position he champions that is far right, right? I just one. And you really can't unite against racism, Islamophobia, and anti-Semitism. Oh, please, please. I as a Jew, I'm much happier with Tommy Robinson. And of course, schmuck of all schmucks, Christopher Eccleston. Like, again, I would love to ask you, why do you think he's racist? Right? Why? What do you want to stop? Well, what is it you generally think is racist about his worldview? But check this out, meme. It's so fun. Do you remember the Brat Summer? Kamala is Brat. The thing is, Trump is just such an incredible, like, fictional character as well as being real. So good for him. So AI has come around and is making things out too evil for worse. We have this over here. I'm assuming this is AI. Number one's number two. Yeah, the writing's not real, right? Isn't that incredible? I mean, that's just, it's disgusting, but also incredible. I like that the phaser rifle looks more, is they're going to use it to like really clean the toilet and the beard. It's all perfect. Number two's two. And then over here we have the captain's log, messy wet chunk. Okay. Again, this is why we need AI, right? What do I have on this channel in the last couple of days? On Friday, oh yeah, I love my David Tennant. I made it up over here. I don't want to be political. Really, David? Really? Oh, how do you come up with that? Like, I mean, could it be? It's weird that it coincides that everybody said, fuck off, David Tennant. We're fucking sick of you. I was being relentlessly political, right? Could be. And like your politics, how's it working out? Do you have any you know, people who are getting cold yet without their winter fuel allowance because of you dumb cunt? I mean, I think dumb cunt is a fair way of describing you, David Tennant. Dumb fucking cunt. And you're so smug about your politics. Champagne socialist cunt. I mean, I'm sorry, mate. Your Return of Doctor Who was a dismal failure. Right? Absolutely dismal failure in every way. I don't want to be political. Well, then shut the fuck up, cunt. Go, if you can, then you have to fly around the earth like Superman and go back in time 5-10 years. Just shut up. Oh. And by the way, your non-binary kid is non-binary to get his mother's love, right? That's the reason. Doing the bestest ever. Also about to get cancelled. Yeah, Ncuti said, oh yeah, talk crap, obviously, because that's what he does. Ian Levine destroys this toxic fan and twat. Oh, wonderfully. Ian Levine sends an irate letter. It's a very good irate letter. I'm very happy about it. By the way, we were nearly on at 6 o'clock today. One of the things I have to do right now is before Wednesday get a lemon and a palm branch, and it's this whole thing to do. Oh, one second, yeah, that's That's something I have to do. Let me leave a voice note for my daughter. Important stuff. I'm glad I remembered. There we go. We go over here. One second. Hello, my darling. How are you? This is your wonderful father. I'm in the middle of doing a live stream right now. Well, I was discussing with the audience, and we come to conclusion. Yes, no, I have no option. We have to. We have to look at you. You made the lovely offer of taking me to get Arba Minim earlier today. I think I might have to take you up on that offer. There's no one about, right? There's no one about to get it from. So whenever it's good for you, I am available at your convenience, my darling. All right, very good. Congratulations. There you go. You won the prize once again. I love you. Bye. Doink. There you go. So yeah, she's gonna regret offering that. Fine with that. By the way, isn't this a great Sheridan Smith? Oh. No sex, please. We understand Doctor Who. Paul McGann laments the sexualization of Doctor Who. No, Lucy, we can't have a quick bunk up, then go to the chippy. Now, if you've listened to the Lucy Miller stories, you know how accurate I'm being at that point. Then why do you pick up a chap? Why do you pick up a total chap from Blackpool and the noughties? It's a good question there. Good question, Sheridan, darling. Yeah, I can understand that being confusing. Yeah, absolutely. Henry Cavill is Voltron. Henry Cavill's fucking everything. Oh my God, let's Rupert the Bear starring Henry Cavill. Give it a rest, Henry fucking Cavill. We just wanted him as James Bond or Superman. He's neither. Leave us alone. Now he's Voltron? That giant robot dude? What the fuck? Why does Henry Cavill have to be a giant robot dude? I don't know. Ncuti Gatwa puts his epic foot in his mouth. Once again, he's Zoolander. He's so dumb. I mean, he's just painfully dumb. Oh, which is probably why I don't think he can do Doctor Who. Right? I thought he'll be great, right? But like his natural inclination is to play everything black and gay because I think that's all he can really do. Because he's not very talented. Because he's got by for years of being like, oh wow, how black and how gay, how wonderful, right? I don't know, mate. Like you were completely. I mean, you could be black and gay in Barbie, but nobody really cared. You were just a blink and you miss it. Master of the Sky, please. They could have replaced you with a bag of chips and it would have been fine. Totally unnoticeable. I mean, just really totally unnoticeable. So anyway. So yeah, I might have to go and buy my Arbor but there's no one local selling. Don't know what to tell you. Anyway, where are we up to? Darren Evans, how are you doing, Darren? Thank you for joining us on both Wumble and YouTube. Colin Archer, here's the first. How you doing, Colin Archer? We're up to sort of into ears. We should have more. We should have had a Paul McGann action. At least me and what? Yes, we should have had more Paul McGann action. But at least me still have Ncuti Gatwa with a quiet action. Yeah, well, there's a lot of crying action with Ncuti Gatwa. Why? Yeah, what? Like, why is he always crying? He did it much better. But here, let's try this again. Yes, we should have more Paul McGann Doctor in Who action. But at least we have Ncuti Gatwa with the Doctor. They're crying action. Oh, I keep on. Well, absolutely. Okay, Matilda Lutz and Melissa, but I don't know either of these young ladies. Let me investigate. Right, because we here on this channel like to investigate. We are investigators. Matilda Lutz. Do I share screen? A bit meh. Oh, put on Biggs there. Hang around. We're going to be doing Blake 7 in a minute. Doink. Well, I think not all of it. Not really. Yeah. Yeah, okay. I'm not getting a handy for her to give her a role, right? I'm not that interested. No, okay. So that's the hard no. Matilda Lutz, lovely girl. I hope she doesn't have to send sexual favors to get work because she's not getting for me. Or Melissa Barrera. That sounds better. Melissa Barrera. There it comes right up. I don't know. I think it's a no on both. I mean, like, yeah, I think that's a no on both. Yeah. Don't get me wrong, but like, yeah, fair. Like, okay, I'll put it this way: if I booked a hooker and she turned up, I'll be disappointed. Okay, that's not the kind of thing I would go for. Yeah, no. Yeah, no. So I'm afraid that's a big no on both there, D. Right? I know. You got to up your game, mate. Got to up your game. So yeah, Sheridan Smith still doing well. Sheridan. I do love the Sheridan Smith Paul McGann doctors. They're really good. Hey, Brandon Beasley, how you doing? Hope you had a joyous Yom Kippur. I actually did. I did kind of in this intense prayer, and I really liked it. Yeah, look. So, probs. I'm going through Blake 7. I've been wanting to do review episodes 3 and 4 of season 4, so I can keep moving forward. I'm already up to. I already saw season 5. Was it Animals? Ooh, boy. That one was a bit rough, let me tell you. We will get to that. Dividing Dragon is a Dividing Dragon. But you know, man, you've got to love how macho Avon is, right? Which is, I think, I forgot. But we need 75 is this. Soy Boys for Kabbalah. I know. It's so sad and embarrassing. Like, genuinely, it's sad and embarrassing. I got a bunch of those videos I need to put together, right? Women are not feared, but who are not fit to run to office in an age where we are facing World War III. You should be afraid. We should be afraid. But I keep wanting the apocalypse to happen, and it doesn't happen. It's here. Breakdown brought me here. I walked into this erection. Well, there you go. Look, listen. Hasn't everybody of my age been sexually interested by Blake 7? I think that's good for whatever your kink is, right? There are definite expressions in the game. Me, you know, I always like the S&M relationship, the clear S&M relationship with Servalan and Avon, right? It was always it just seemed to work so well, right? Yes, I'm a big fan. But we're going to be talking about what's the first episode? Traitor, right? Interesting. John Jordan is here doing John Jordan. What have you changed your avatar to? It looks like, is it Spidey? It's either Spidey or a close-up of a man's groin wearing a strange posing pouch, right? Could go either way on this one. I'm going to go for Spidey, right? I'm going to go Spidey. What we wanted was Henry Cavill Bond or his 4K universe. Yeah, what's happened with that? I thought, are they making that? I thought it was also Highlander as well, right? He gets about a bit, baby. He gets about a bit, let me tell you. Anyway, yeah, let us continue my voyage. Let's continue my voyage of discovery of Blake 7, right? So, okay, basically where I am, I like watching Mad Men. This is where we start. I like watching Mad Men. So, was it? Conrad said he never found Sutherland that attractive. No, she's not that attractive, but she oozes sexual appeal, right? I was just saying before we started that, you know, I think Blake 7 is is the doorway to kink that I think the current era Doctor Who wants to be and failing, right? Because it's real genuine kink. I was always, you know, into the S&M-ness of Servalan and Avon, right? That's why you always wanted them to hook up. It's not just like you didn't like her haircut. I get it, because she was so feminine and masculine at the same time, right? So anyway, I like watching Mad Men. So I like watching Mad Men. I just finished season 7 of the last, and it's wonderful, right? But I wanted to watch something else before I went through all of Mad Men again. I watched it a bunch of times. I'm like, there's nothing really as good and as long, right? I like the 7 seasons, and I like the very intense character studies. I might get into The Sopranos. But I thought, no, I haven't watched Blake 7 in years and years and years. Now they've got the box set coming out in a couple of months. Can't wait. I'm so freaking excited for that. But I want to start on season 4, which is like the least loved season of Doctor Who. Of Blake 7. I love it, right? I love it in a lot. There's a lot of things that I think are way better in season 4. I like the interior design of Scorpio, right? I think that's really, really good. I love Slave. Oh, Slave's awesome, right? I like Zed on bass, right? That was good. And I like the design of Scorpio. Now, the shitness of season 4, I think, which people really are very upset about, is how they, rebooted and put themselves in exactly the same position, rather unconvincingly, right? You had Dorian turn up, and he happened to be working on a teleport system, and I think he go there to try and get technology to try and get his teleport working, right? And then a couple of weeks later, they meet, I think the one we're going to be talking about today, they get like a super fast drive. It was just a bit dumb. Right, just a bit dumb, and plus, the Chris Boucher's opener with Dorian, it's essentially Dorian Gray, and it's not actually supposed to be Dorian Gray. It's just another bloke called Dorian, right? It's a bit, Chris, mate, it's a bit weak, right? It's a bit weak, right? Okay, this is what would have worked better. You could have kept everything. The Dorian thing could have kept everything. He's there to salvage wreckage of the Liberator to get his hyperdrive and teleport working, right? Which has been working on for quite some time, having remnants of like 500 years ago, 50 years ago, coming across remnants of whatever it is, technology, whatever that makes what's it called again? The Liberator. And then, he could have plugged in some of the Tarian cells over there, and and Zen could have transferred himself. So anyway, they could have had a much smoother transition. It was just a bit shit, sadly. But what really worked is just the sparkling performances and dialogue. I mean, just all of them fantastic. Plus, again, no matter where you are on the sexual spectrum, so spankable. Oh my God! I mean, look. If I'm going to go for a fantasy threesome, sometimes I would say, Perry and Ruby Sunday. That sounds very nice. Be like being trapped in a bouncy castle in a very good way, right? Sometimes I think that if you want to get really real, right? If you want to get really real, which would be an incredible threesome, it would be Su Yin and Dana. Oy vey, they're both so hot. Oh God, especially. No, they're both so hot. I was going to say, especially Glynis Barber, her ass looks perfect in that costume. Oh, and she's also really cool. That's the other thing I like about season 4. I love the kinetic sounds, right? Like when they pull out their guns, I prefer those guns to the Liberator guns. I think they're way cooler, right? I like that clunky sound, right? So all that really, really works. Here, let's start talking about this. Let me open it up. Then this folder over here. There we go, Blake 7. Yeah, we're up to episode 3, which is Traitor. Okay, so this is, again, I think the weaker of the 2 episodes that we're going to talk about tonight. 1 second. Which is strange because it's a Robert Holmes episode, and I didn't recognize the guy who wrote the other one, the Star Drive episode, which I thought was, again, far better. Again, it just seems like the kind of, I don't know, off their game a little bit, or did they get into coke together or something? I don't know. However, Matt Irving, whoever did these new titles, oh God, they're wonderful. I absolutely love. Yeah, we'll get. Yeah, they're absolutely gorgeous. Oh, right, and you know it's just a spinny thing, right? But the whole was that HUD display. You know they worked all that out from Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy, right? I mean, again, it was like a year or so afterwards, so you can really see them develop it. Oh, so good. As one of my all-time favorite space sagas, right? But the best bit is when it goes into space and it turns into this one. Oh, what was it? There you go. Oh, I love it. I love it. Love it. It's very cool. New logo, pants. What can I tell you? But better than the old one, which was a bit shit, right? Traitor by Robert Holmes. So where are we still? Oh yeah, fine. This is why I wanted it to remind me. I love this new federation of like evil upper class colonialists, right? Which they all are. I mean, they're all like Sir Guy Gisborne, right? And they're again, whatever your sexual bent, there you have a masturbatory fancy going on screen. Frankly, most of the time, right? Oh my god, man! The only thing better is if you could get Adric in there for interrogation. Oh. I hear about a third of the audience going weak at the knees at the very idea. Being interrogated by Turlo. It's some kind of Harkonian shorts. Okay, it writes itself, baby. It writes itself. So they've developed some kind of drug that makes you just can be completely obedient. And again, they got this great like evil smugness, which I'm really enjoying, right? And so they send him off, and the earnest rebels are like, "Oh, wait there, whatever his name is, Ploppy." We're not sure, right? And they're on why they're fighting to save Bog Planet of Doom. I mean, really? I mean, get a transport and get off there. Why would you fight to stay there? Fuck me. I mean, is there a nicer spot on the planet? No, we're just going for the shit dour English coastline. Oh, God, it's awful. It all looks cold. And you notice Paul Darrow not in that much location filming. But they put a few these. They probably had these in the in the stock room, the chimneys, right? Oh yeah, so this is the leader again, very very earnest. The Federation are who gives a shit? Okay, they're taking over the planet. Why I can't remember why they're going there, but oh man, let me tell us.
What planet does the terminal serve?
Heliotrix.
Oh, there you go. Again, nothing grabs his performance better than this. I mean, I can't wait to go back. I'm going to watch season 3 after this, right? Because he's so insanely arched by this point with all his leather and studs. So another planet is coming online. That's what's happening. Another planet is coming online in the Federation net after the Federation collapsed completely, right? So they're on their way to investigate, right? How so many planets, how they're expanding so quickly. And again, Joseph Cyanide, getting hot. Just insanely freaking hot. Villa, everybody loves Villa, right? Villa is one of the all-time greatest characters, mainly through that wonderful performance, right? He made you love him, right? With his like lovable rogueness. He was the kind of like a coward Han Solo. Although he would pretend to be a coward. Although, how much do we love Villa? The episodes where Villa's the hero are still everybody's favorite, right? That's the Baben one. Is that on season 4? Oh, I hope so. Oh, is Baben in season 4? I really hope so. Probably not. But again, I just love this like world that they're building. Anyway. So essentially they got this drug that can make people turn traitor, and it doesn't work for long. So they're okay, Su Yin, Glynis Barber and Joseph Simon, they're just so incredibly hot. I'm sorry. I find them distractingly hot. And I love the little braid in Glynis Barber's hair, right? Meanwhile, back on shit piss world, They end up. Oh yeah, I love this. They're having a board game or chess while they said, "Oh, he hasn't moved for an hour." So okay, fine, blow him up, and boom, and it's a very pathetic. There's a very pathetic little explosion. It's kind of like the shot that took out Dirty Den. First time, anyway. So then his boss arrives, and he's another evil upper-class English twit, right? And they're saying, "Oh, we've got to move on to another planet." Now we subjugate them. And what are they eating? Beans and bloody mash? It looks like beans and mash to me. Is what their luxurious meal is. But I like this like English Nazi thing. Right, I can't remember. Was the Federation like this beforehand? And you get the first mention of Commissioner Sleer, who is very, very badly disguised as Servalan very, very quickly. Again, the reboot of the season just happens very quickly and puts them in exactly the same pace. And beans, mash, and wine, yeah. And I do like them all hanging out on the flight deck of Scorpio. Right. For some reason they're sending down Tarrant and and then you got a third level of evil English upper class twit arrive. I mean, my God, it's upper class twit times 3, right? Oh, and there's a other upper class twit, evil upper class twit, and they're all very good looking, right? They're all very they won't be I immediately thought that was Tony Head, right? Before apparently not. Again, and mostly if you're if you're a man who's beautiful and was in early 80s TV, sci-fi TV, you're almost certainly dead by 1995, right? Conrad says, "Could you bring back that pic of the guy on the hill? I think that gun was based on one of the Star Wars busts. If I can find it. Maybe." Oh, yeah, well, earthy people, yeah. I mean, like, again, why would you fight to stay there? It looks awful. Like, I want to be with anybody else other than the inhabitants. Oh, there you go. Yeah, it could well be. That could well be a Stormtrooper rifle, right? Baby in season C. There you go. There you go. Why are they trying to stay there? It's beyond me. I love Scorpio. I love the effect design. Where's this? So he has the idea. They got some mission. They want to see if the water's receded enough to be able to plant explosives and take them out or something or other. So he's swimming underneath the city. And yeah, I was just going to. Look. I will enjoy the upgraded special effects when they release it on Blu-ray. Don't get me wrong. I love the build of Scorpio. I mean, it's so perfect. It really emulates what was very hip at the time. You know, the Star Destroyer, the dirty Star Wars universe, which really fit Blake 7, right? So now in the teleport's a bit cheaper. They essentially just need a green light. But down there you go. Again, I love the way Slaves moves as well, and his voice.
I apologise most profoundly if I've given offence. I assure you that that's it.
So it's then they can't communicate, so they got to sort that out. And yeah, the story goes on that he has a guy on the inside. Okay, they meet the rebels. Avon, Villa, and Su Yin managed to stay in studio. They don't have to go on location. Thank God, right? And again, this show runs on performances. I mean, it's these huge art performances because it can really stand a shit script and get away with it. As I found when I watched, Animals, for example. So they meet up with the rebels. And they get there, it comes working. So then it turns out, oh no, I'm really a traitor for the Federation, and I'm helping the rebels, right? And again, Joseph Simon. It just looks so gorgeous all the way through this. So it turns out in the end, no, he's a double traitor. I mean, Robert Holmes I must got fucked over by somebody. right? He's some of traitoring. He's a traitor to them, traitor to them. And again, it's a good. It's a good riff on the whole idea of what being a traitor is, which is the whole episode. Then right, we get a nice bit of fisticuffs. I should say action with Tarrant and Dana. We get one of these like poor pathetic wretches that are desperate for death and seeking revenge, as you do in Blake 7. They've been tortured relentlessly. Oh, did I miss out a bit? Wait. Did I miss out the whole bit where, there's a whole thing, intrigue in the Federation, where they talk about Serverland. Do you recognize her? Was this the guy? What's it? Yeah, there you go. They say, "Oh yeah, Serverland," and you have this guy who is actually working for Serverland as well. It's all double, triple, quadruple traitoring, right? And he finds out that he does know who Serverland is, and a little bit later, a slinky woman's shadow accosts him, and he's brown bread, right? He's brown bread. Serverland's back somehow, and I can't remember why she's gone into hiding, but now she's got this new persona of Commissioner Sleer for some reason. This guy's been methodically tortured by Serverland with chemical weapons to make sure. To make sure he works them. He's the one who's made the incredible thing that makes everybody completely submissive. And he wants to blow everything up. And then we have a bit of a showdown with the rebels, and I can't even remember what happens. They come back. Oh yeah, and they catch a glimpse of Serverland, and basically the whole episode is designed to say Serverland's back in the new reboot of Blake 7, right? And yes, I love this moment. It's one thing. It's so Serverland. So she gets blackmailed by Halaki, right? And she plays it so well. And what I find sexy about it is the pure evil emanating from her, right? So she pretends to submit, and of course she stabs him in the back with a big clear dildo. I don't know. We'll see in a bit.
26.
That's how many people she's killed to keep a secret, right? And off they go back to base. Dun dun dun.
All right, I believe you. I didn't want her to die like that anyway.
Oh, they're telling him Serverland's back, right? Right, anyway, we get a great line from last line from Avon over here.
I need to kill her myself.
I mean, again, I love this. It's fantastic. It's genuinely fantastic. I'm really loving this rewatch. So, the episode wasn't one of the strongest, right? I have to say, wasn't one of the strongest. I slightly preferred the Battle of the Sexes in the Power episode 2, right? Is that so? Episode 3 of the season, it's about average, right? It's about average. So then we get into which thing I think is a cut above. I have to say. Are you saying that somehow Serverland returned? Exactly. Star Drive, and again, this is the last of the incredibly coincidental reboot episodes, right? And it really is a shame that they just didn't put a little bit more thought into that reboot, right? In the soft reboot, it could have worked, right? It could have really totally have worked. They just could have made it more organic. Said no, we just had to turn these women into sex slaves and wives and take their magic crystals out, and now we got teleport. Which, of course, that would happen in the real world, especially in the Blake 7 universe, right? The Blake 7 universe fits very easily with there being a Chinese concentration camp for Uyghurs, right? In fact, probably this is a direct offshoot from our world, right? This is what happens to our universe if Kamala Harris becomes president. Fine. So yeah, Star Drive. We talked about how much I love the titles, and I love the special effects. Yeah, well, have a bit of a beauty pass. And you can tell them really enjoying using this new technology, right? I mean, albeit on a cheaper scale. Oh, it's gorgeous. Okay, just gorgeous. Oh, okay, yes. So now they're looking for this missing scientist, and we have a fantastic opening sequence where they're going to use an asteroid to try and creep in. And I want to get the bit where they say how close they're going to have to get.
Tons, I would say.
Range 100,000 and closing.
Well, then I say the whole scheme's crazy.
Why?
2 billion. Training manual, rule 1. Never play with asteroids. They're what Murphy's Law is all about.
Murphy's Law?
Anything that can go wrong will go wrong.
The crew.
Again, every time I see her, I just want to be having sex with her. Genuinely. She's so hot.
Crews of any Federation patrols will have been taught the same lesson.
Range 90,000.
I don't wish to speak out of turn, but we're on a converging collision.
I just genuinely prefer a slave. Avon and Villa or Blackadder and Baldrick. Avon and Villa, baby. All the way. Porto says, yes, this is live.
Of course, with a large...
You know.
I'm sorry, Master, but as asteroids go...
Don't be sorry. Be quiet.
Again, if I could have an AI house assistant with the personality and voice of Avon, yes, I would do that. Oh, come on, ask him how close he's getting.
If we want to keep this heap of ironmongery operational, we have to visit Voltron 5 in order to recover calcium ore to make fuel.
I can't remember if they do that.
"30 seconds thrust at maximum power, vectored at 370, will match our course and velocity through the Alton system with the asteroid."
Thrust vectors set. Stand by and override monitor.
Standing by.
Just how close are you planning to get to that?
Oh, this is it, finally.
50 yards.
50 yards? Oh, come on, Avon.
Near enough to be in its radar shadow.
So yeah, it's a very daring man. And again, this is very Avon. But yeah, the I love how much they just genuinely don't really like each other. And why they're still together, I don't know, right? So no, Avon, don't do that. And of course, it goes horribly wrong, and the ship gets damaged. Then you get this nice bit from Villa, who pretends to be drunk. So he works out how to fix the ship to make a false wall, and then go in and fix it that way. And again, I'm quite looking forward to the updated effects when they come out. They're a bit crap, but now they got pursuit ships coming in, and the pursuit ships coming in, and weirdly, God, this next bit's so stupid. So the pursuit ships are coming in, and all of a sudden they just blow up.
Well, it should get us back to base anyway.
Sounds good to me.
Did I miss them blowing up? There you go.
Hologram recorder rolling. Slave, keep the recorder sensors zeroed on those ships.
Right, so the mystery why they blew up. They go back to Zetzel on base. Again, just great. I gotta make that my screensaver. Oh my god, it's terrifying. So they're trying to work out what destroyed them, and again, I thought it was kind of dumb at the time. They have to go in take shifts to watch it like broken down millisecond by millisecond by millisecond, right? To try and find out what killed them. And they finally do.
Amazing lack of observation.
Oh yeah, with Aurak being a dick, say no, you can totally find it. You're just not looking. Fine. So fine. So they find it was done by a space rat.
Presumably with the owners of that space chopper. It's all a matter of observation.
Dr. Plaxton was head of the Federation.
Okay, so there's a punk rock space biker gang. again, which just kind of worked, right? You know what I do like about this? Steve Dillon, the comic book artist, ended up doing the comic strip. But I think the costume design and the ship design, everything looks like it was designed by Steve Dillon, right? Because it's that early 80s aesthetic they just nail so perfectly. But yeah, if this looks like Steve Dillon designed all of it, right? This is exactly, which is weird. Now I think about it. So yeah, the super science they're looking for, who's working on a super speed thing. They think that they're over there, and so they go back to the place that they were, teleport down badly, and again. These things are like these people. These are like Mad Maxian savages with a need for speed.
On wheels, they zap it. They don't like complications.
On a BBC budget. Although again, you see, they really are going for the Thunderdome sort of thing. It was the early 80s, mate. What do you want me? Yeah, but they are. They're very much going for the Mad Max Beyond Thunderdome thing, and actually not entirely missing it. Right, so for some reason, this Federation research scientist is been what's the word? Not press ganged, but like being bankrolled by the leader of the Space Rats. And again, you know what this feels like? I'm reading it right now. It's upstairs. The backup strips from Doctor Who magazine, Doctor Who Weekly at the time. And again, a lot of those drawn by Steve Dillon. This feels like it's in that world, right? Perfectly. So she's the scientist for the from the Federation, being given refuge here to do her work, and I like the Space Rats are just like, yeah, it's a weird combination. She's like, you must shower before you work in the labs at all. I sweat regularly, I do. And the Space, again, they're more. I saw the problem being saying Baben season C, right? But it's more Baben like type drunken groups, right? I do like all this. And okay, fine. So they go on a mission. Paul Darrow. They all have to go on location this week. So I hope it's warmer, right? It basically it's all. Oh, look at this guy again. This is so Mad Maxian. It really is so contemporary, because Thunderdome didn't come out till when? Here, let me have a look up. Mad Max Beyond Thunderdome, 85. This is 81. So what year was Mad Max 2? This is Mad Max 2 is what year? Road Warrior. Yeah, so again, yeah, it's definitely in that realm. I just think a bit more well developed, a bit more colorful, a bit more contemporary, frankly. So yeah, they're speed junkies. She's making the ultimate speed engine for them, right? But and she's like, faster. And this guy's a total loon. I mean, like, I'm surprised. This looks like it's a role written for Gary Glitter. And, he was around the BBC a lot back then, wasn't he? I wonder why. Hang on. Him, Jimmy Savile, they were around a lot of the BBC. Wow. I wonder why. No reason. So essentially, they get rescued by a Scorpio crew, and then screwed over. But again, Joseph Simon is so gorgeous. I know I keep saying that, but she is. You get a good. Oh yeah, is this a second good fight scene with Dana? I can't. This guy's great. He gets eyes again. He's perfect. What happened to him? Yeah, let me look this up. Blake's 7-star drive. Okay, we'll go on. We'll look on IMDb. What's the? Let's look at the stars. Not Paul Darrow, not Michael Keaton, not Jason, not Stephen Pacey, not Glenn Barber, not Peter Durham, Barbara Shelley. No, I think is it this guy? I think it's Atlan, wasn't it? Yeah, Damian Thomas. Yeah, that looks like him. He's he was working up to 2016. Okay, whatever. I think that's him. Yeah, that looks like him. Damon Thomas. Hey, so okay, he had a career of doing this. Okay, but a bit, and we got stuck. But there's all these lame things that they think are like super great speed things. It looks like Steve Dillon drove every bloody frame of this. So they take off and they're being chased by the space rats, and so they have the Dr. Plaxton go and hook it up, and they're just so incredibly evil that they don't let they turn the star drive on, and as soon as she finish it, she's eviscerated in the hill. I love seeing all the backstabbing.
It's 10 seconds.
Just the main ignition controls now.
And like, you know she's going to get zapped when she does this. And they're like, well, we got it. Otherwise the pursuit ships are going to blow us up. Well, they did have an episode where they got super weapons as well. It's been way longer than 10 seconds. Come on, Avon. You can do it. Really? You're going to get a copyright claim because you just won't press that. That it? That looks like it.
1 minute precisely.
1 minute? It was 10 seconds before. There you go. And they've only paid your fee for one episode, darling. So must have bought on a red shirt. Oh, for God's sake! It's the slowest star drive assembly I've ever seen. There you go. I just want to see a big screwed over. It's the final connection. Oh boy! Spoiler warning. That's it. She gives it a bit whirly, and now they got a super drive. So they're completely rebooted. Okay, but it's so much fun. I genuinely so much fun. Last night I wanted to watch something to chill out, and I wanted to watch another Blake Seven. I'm getting too far ahead. I'm already one ahead. Neville saying Paul Darrow would have made a good number 6. You're right. Actually, he would have done, wouldn't he? Never thought of that. What was I going to say? I can't remember. I just totally that number 6 thing just totally threw me off. Right? Paul. Problem has got the collected Blake 7 comic strips. Oh, they're gorgeous. Right? They just really work well. Oh, 1 second. Just saying. Communicating with lovely wife. Excellent. Fine. Somebody drops off medicine for the dog. So there you go. All's well that ends well for everyone, including the dog. So yeah, my watch along continues. We'll probably have another couple of episodes next week. Oh, why? Because we love it. It's good. I mean, it's just so good. It's fantastic. I mean, genuinely loving every second of it. Fine. Where are we up to? We've got that to look at. Where are we going next? Yeah, that's a good place to start. Ncuti Gatwa shooting the mouth of again and has no idea what he's doing. Right? He genuinely has no idea what he's doing or what's going on. He's Zoolander. Zoolander is Doctor Who, right? And yeah, he's just a dim, dumb little guy. I tell you, but he is, and I thought he'll be good, but he's just not clever enough to play Doctor Who. I think, right? Because I've only ever seen him play a black gay guy, right? There's zero range in him that I've seen. So, so this was the story that came out on Friday. Yeah, this story came. Oh, what's that? No, the one that came out on Friday, which is Doctor Who star Ncuti Gatwa confirmed seasons 3 filming in 2025. I don't think so, mate. I don't think so. I think if you could have confirmed season 3, they would have confirmed season 3. In fact, you hear Rusty Davies slowly freaking out every second they don't confirm season 3, right? I did his production notes column in Doctor Who magazine the other day. And you get it, he's like, well, they're not going to make a decision until after season 2 airs, right? And I don't think it looks good, frankly. I think they're saying, well, if season 2 does better than season 1, which was cheap but disappointing, didn't really bring us any ratings, Disney didn't really do much for us at all. I think they're back looking for a new streaming partner, and I think this iteration of Doctor Who is shit. Frankly, it's just shit. You know, all they really care about is being queer, right? And I don't know. Look, I can't remember who this girl's name is, but she kind of feels like she's in the queer universe somehow, and I don't know how. Whatever her name is. During a visit to the Grand Northern Show airing today, Doctor Who star Ncuti Gatwa shared that they had set to film season 3 in 2025. Yeah, if they get an order, right, they'll be filming in September, right, or maybe earlier, right? But yeah, and they're right. Basically, Russell T Davies is writing scripts on spec right now because and he's just hoping they're going to get an order or a new partner. So on Graham Norton, during an interview with SFX magazine at the end of August, Doctor Who showrunner Rusty Davies had this to share about the future of Ncuti Gatwa, 15th Doctor. They can't call him the Doctor. Matt Smith was the Doctor. Christopher Eccleston was the Doctor. David Tennant was the Doctor. Peter Capaldi was the Doctor. Matt Smith, Ncuti Gatwa is the 15th Doctor. How boring. Milligan and Verada Sethu starring series. The industry, it's an industry decision. Well, you said you're going to have 8 episodes a year no matter what. It's I remember very much when you said, no, the reason we're doing 8 episodes a year. Yeah, so there'll never be a year without. You're not getting a season in 2026 then. I mean, I don't see how that's happening. Maybe late 2026, but not with the turnaround time you have right now. Things take time. I think the decision will come our transmission of season 2. He doesn't even know that. That's what we're expecting. No, they're expecting it to be a massive success. Everybody go, oh, queer Doctor Who at last. How perfect. We all love queer Doctor Who, but nobody did that, did they? They said, this is shit. This is shit, and we all hate it, right? I mean, that's what the rating said. That's why that's what we're expecting. Fuck off. That's what we've always been heading to. Liar. David's comment was in response to rumblings on social media during the weeks prior, speculating how Disney wasn't happy with its deal with the BBC Impact. I think they're fine with it. I just don't think there's any need to continue it. I just don't. Yeah, they're like, well, why would we? Okay, we got some content, you know. Yeah, they're probably, and they're happy for the content they got, I think. But it's not the hit. They thought it would be a hit, and it's not a hit for a reason. And it could have been if they just made Doctor Who. It would have worked, right? It would have absolutely worked. It's an decision. It's like any business. These things take time. I think the decision will come after transmission of season 2. And that's what we're expecting. That's what we've always been able to lying cunt. David's comment was in blah, blah, blah. It was with the show Bad Wolf. Flashing ahead a little more than a month, it appears the answer of season 3, season 16. While it may not be an official confirmation, it's a pretty reliable source. Gatwa. You think, right? You think. He's look at this twat. He's not reliable for it. He knows again. Zoolander. During the Grand Northern Show hit the screens tonight. Gatwa revealed that the team begins filming season 3, 16 will commence in 2025, joining Zoe Saldana and Selena Gomez, Miranda Hart. I haven't been entirely honest with you. Kevin Kline. He's done it. And okay, a whole bunch of stuff. Port is being earned. Blah 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 blah. It's all going well. Yeah, no, we're going to see what he says in a minute. It's all going well. We did a second. We're going to see his quote this year, but they cut out the bit about him filming in 2025. It says it's all going well. We did a second series this year. The Christmas special will come out, and we're filming a third series next year. If you get that order, right? So, Doctor Who, do you want your own private streaming? No, nobody wants it. So, why they want it? Because this here is shit. Shit, McShit, mate. Oh, I'm going to bring death to death. Really? Fuck me, that sucked ass. It just did. Anyway, so they cut out any mention of season 3 from the Graham Norton show. Check this out.
Because this is kind
oh, look, Ncuti Gatwa was dressed as a twat. Who would have thought it?
of your first year where now it's, people have seen you. So you.
Do you see you don't get that beaming face anymore? He looks like Here's the thing. People thought Ncuti was the life of the party. Oh, we all love Ncuti. Ncuti the best. Oh, and then it was an absolute dismal failure, right? And just a complete, absolute dismal failure. And people weren't putting up with his bullshittery anymore, right? Because they just don't like failures.
You're enjoying it so far. It's all going well, and
all going well. Yeah.
Yeah. Ncuti Gatwa, when he's happy about something, when he's even mildly happy, he's like, yes, fuck me, yeah. He's like, look at him. He's like, oh yeah. Weird couch, isn't it? Zoe Saldana, Selena Gomez, and whatever her name, I can't remember.
Yeah, just finished the second season.
Yeah, no. This is a guy who doesn't think things are going well.
Season earlier this year. We've got the Christmas episode coming out at Christmas.
Stop it!
Yeah.
Oh god, Miranda Hart, who's clearly so much more intelligent than Ncuti Gatwa.
Radical. But no, it's been amazing.
And
they cut out any mention of season 3 because there isn't one, and he's just an idiot actor flapping his idiot lips. Right, that's all that's going on. Where was it? But it did get to Doctor Who back, not to Radio Times. Oh, the bell ends of official fandom. 15th Doctor Star speaks about sci-fi futures on Graham Norton show. No, he doesn't. Unless you're talking about what's it called again? The Christmas special and series 2. No, he doesn't. No. Look at this face. There's nothing that feels Doctor Who about him, right? And it's nothing about him being black, which I can hear. Look, liberals are so fucking racist. They only ever see race, right? It's being a gay fuck bunny, right? I don't think being a gay fuck bunny really 100% works as Doctor Who. Do you? Do you think being a gay fuck bunny works as well as Doctor Who? I don't, right? I don't. So that's why I think it didn't work. And also, here, let me pull this up. This is exactly everything that's wrong with Doctor Who right now, right? Doctor Who magazine. Again, I'm on the fence if this is a good issue or not, if this issue was worth it. You get a free book, right? And you get a free Big Finish audio, which is pretty darn good, right? But they have a thing about they had a BFI event about the new updated happiness troll, and they didn't show the new updated one. They sent the wrong version, the twats, right? People were pissed. Oh, super pissed, right? But they have a drag queen there. Why is there a drag queen in everything always? I'm sick of their. I mean, okay, to give and you know they'll say, "Oh, you just hate drag queens existing, or you hate trans people existing." No, I hate them being omni-fucking present. Imagine if this fad was with rabbis, right? And everything you had to have a rabbi, right? And if you didn't have a rabbi, you'll be like, what? You hate Jews? You're a Nazi? You're a Yahtzee, aren't you? Yeah, you must hate Jews. No. What? Rabbis don't need to be omnipotent, neither do drag fucking queens. And Sophie, I get your son is a drag queen. That guy might be your son for all I know. I don't fucking know. Right? All I know is it's a fringe weird sexuality, and it doesn't speak well of you as a parent, frankly. Right? Bottom line, rather than saying, "Oh, this weird fringe sexuality is just fine and everything's great," how about being normal? How about that? All right? And I say normal, I mean following like the 97% of humanity, more than that, the 99.8% of humanity who doesn't need to define themselves about who they want to fuck constantly, right? And be in constant offense and be everywhere and somehow claim that they're oppressed in any way, right? This is everything that's wrong with Doctor Who right now. This is why it hasn't fucking worked. Bottom line, right? Anyway, so yeah. So then that the claim dismissed. And again, just everything they do in this area is so stupid. Look, this is the memory TARDIS. If they hadn't spoiled the surprise of that, right, before it was on screen, we would have gone, "Oh, that's so cool," right? But they completely blew their load with it. Oh, like everything they do in this is just dumb, right? They're just dumb, painfully dumb. We're about to. So it seems she's got a report announcement of the season 3 filming in 20 minutes was cut for the Great News Show. What does it mean? It means he's an idiot actor who doesn't know shit, who clearly knows it's not going well. He knows that much. Knows it's not going as well as they're all pretending, and they're probably cancelled, right? That's clearly what it means, right? As previously said on Doctor Who, there's always a twist at the end. One time ever, and there was never a twist at the end beforehand. Oh, I hate that. Oh, I hate that. And it slipped into real life once again. No, it's not a twist. Again, none of this is confusing, right? Earlier, Radio Times has reported that Ncuti Gatwa announced on the Graham Norton show that he would be filming a third season of Doctor Who 25, if you're fucking lucky, and you're not going to be. I hope you're not. I just hate this era. Every outlet reported that it seems that these things tend to be given to news media in advance to drum up viewers when they talk about the show. He reportedly said it's going well. And yeah, he said it's going well while he's crying, right? It's going well. We did, I hit with all the sincerity of a hostage video, right? We did the second series this year. The rest of the will come out and we're filming a third series next year. Badly cut. Fans were relieved and haters harumped. And then guess what? Haters. Yeah, I hate it because it's shit. When Graham Norton aired on Friday night, they cut that bit out where there'll be filming a third season in 2025. It's subtle. It's a bit where at Graham Norton's prompting, they asked about this experience. So blah blah. Yeah, I know we've seen it, right? Who's writing this? Why did the BBC, which also has a Graham Norton show, cut that bit? Because renewal is uncertain again. It's always been uncertain, right? He didn't. Oh, sorry, I missed that bit. It's sort of he didn't talk about season 3 at all. Twist. There was no twist. He's an idiot actor flapping his idiot lips. That was it. That's the twist. There's no twist. It's funny. Last night after not watching Blake 7, right? I really wanted to watch Blake 7, but I didn't want to get too far ahead, right? So I said, I want to watch something to watch to chill out. And I put on Battlefield, right? So I'm watching Battlefield, and you got Andred laughing maniacally for like half an hour as Gene March is about to badly materialize. I'm looking at this going, man, I love this story, but this is shit, right? I think episode 2 is probably where a lot the shit is. I think it gets a lot better when Gene Marsh starts walking around. Let them see the limitation of their technologies, right? But then it gets good. And you got lots of good Brig moments in it. But like generally speaking, he's laughing and going, it's shit, right? It's absolutely shit, and I love it anyway. So then I go upstairs, right? I'm going to go to bed. My wife's watching something, this TV show, and it's just finishing. And it's a girly show, and I think it's got William Baldwin in it, or some Baldwin in it as like a father figure. And there's this like 18-year-old girl who is either his daughter or is his adopted daughter or something. Anyway, and she's agonizing about this. This is going to tie into everything. But she's agonizing about the decision she has to make. Like I don't know what to do. That this guy, who her father or stepfather, who she idolizes, his wife's dead, but she knew he was having an affair. It's like, how do I tell him? But it'll just crush him. What? Why are you going to tell him? Why do you need to tell him? Just shut your stupid mouth, right? Just shut up. Just there's no dilemma whatsoever. Just absolutely don't tell him that his dead wife was having an affair. She's dead. What good's it gonna do, right? What's good? Oh, I need to tell him. Oh, it's such a no. So I started laughing maniacally. I was like, that's the dilemma. Oh, I want to be an entitled cunt and just spew something that will destroy someone's life. And I was like laughing. I was like, I don't laugh at your shows. I said, I just spent like last half hour watching that going, this is shit. And I love it still anyway. How to get there, I don't know. But Ncuti Gatwa's Doctor Who is shit of a whole nother level. So I'm not really interested in. Why did the BBC, which also has a great adult show, cut that bit out? Because there's no season 3 yet, idiots. Was Gatwa not supposed to say? Was the announcement premature? No, yes, because there's no announcement. BBC has commented because hasn't come because it didn't air, so it doesn't exist. Fans went back to hand-wringing and threatening that Doctor Who wasn't renewed after all. Oh, I'm not hand-wringing and threatening. I'm just like, oh, thank God, another 8 episodes less of this shit I have to watch. Thank fucking Christ for that. I'm not even Christian. Oh. There's no season. Oh no, we're back to shorter season renewal. Some speculate Disney objected to the announcement. Who knows? The fact is, it's up to the BBC and the co-founder of Disney to decide when they announce the 3rd season. Until then, it doesn't exist officially. Yeah, it doesn't exist because it doesn't exist, right? It doesn't exist because it does. Like, how hard is this to work out? What? Why doesn't it exist? Because it doesn't exist. But that might mean I'm wrong. And the stunning and brave queer era might come to a premature end, which is probably the only thing Ncuti Gatwa has ever come to a premature end of. Oh. Stop worrying already. I'm not worried. I just hope I see this shit again. Don't worry. It's safe to assume there will be a 3rd season because Doctor Who is an important product of the BBC. Yeah, but like, who's paying for it? Right? Who are you going to con into it this time? Like, I mean, I guess you get Amazon. They put any shit on, don't they? It's I don't want to tell you. Any streaming giant, and they'll probably do something stupid and go for Peacock Network or something really dumb that nobody has, or something like that, right? Because they're just so fucking stupid. We'll say it again. Don't worry, I'm not. It's safe to now. Fuck off. This is just copium. The series also creates hundreds of jobs every year, and or has added hundreds of pounds to the Welsh. Hundreds of pounds? That's not much. We've added nearly £128 to the Welsh economy. Fuck off. £1 million, maybe? I don't know. Yeah, I know. You shouldn't have fucked it in the arse, right? A lot of people depend on it, right? You shouldn't have made it about a gay fuck bunny. Yes, that was very selfish of you. We're going to take this thing that was for everybody and make it for a teeny tiny segment of the population, right? The Guardian readers, that teeny tiny segment, we're going to make it just for them, right? And the people are too stupid, are too poor to buy the Guardian, but would do if they could afford it. I've been a major job creator in a country where complaints about lack of jobs have been allowed for ages. Why would the BBC want to cancel? Because they can't make it without a streaming partner. They don't have the money to make it, you dumb fuck. I mean, or they'll do something like really pared down, right? Some, which I think will be very good for it, frankly. They'll sapphire and steal it. It's good business, which is completely opposite of what Russell Eves are doing. Let's big, beat the beat, and it's just with all your gay shit, not gay shit. Again, I apologize every time I say the wrong thing. All the queer shit going through it, right? It's no one's fucking interested. I mean, like, you even don't have a majority of gay people watching it. Just everybody thinks it's shit. BBC announced that the late series had been the most popular show amongst young viewers. It was 18 to 35. Yeah, I saw the numbers. They were lying, right? Yeah. Oh, but a major corporation wouldn't lie, especially television executives. They wouldn't lie. Oh, only Donald Trump lies. We know that. Disney would loathe to let the show go and get picked up. What are you fucking talking about? They could not give two shits. You are smoking serious copium, you dumb fuck. Really? Oh, no, we can't let this failing cheap show go. Bye. What's up with all the worry anyway? Everybody knows everybody hates it, okay? It's like, okay, the scales are falling from the eyes of everyone right now. Everybody knows Kamala Harris is shit, right? I'm sorry, no matter how much you hate Trump, everybody knows that the life under Trump was way better. We had more money and world peace. Like it's just, and you know what? However much they keep telling you, no, it's all good. Oh, sharp as attack. Yes, like, again, we just came out of years of them telling us that Joe Biden was sharp as attack when he was clearly not for a long time. Why does fan keep thinking it'll be cancelled? Well, I think that's the two things. There's the trauma from '89, but most of those people aren't really around. And most people from '89 are like, please just cancel this bullshit, right? It's imposter syndrome. Imposter syndrome is when somebody is a diversity hire that gets a job that they really shouldn't have. They say, I feel like I'm an imposter. I shouldn't really be here. That's right. That's right. I'm glad you picked up on that. Yes, that's indeed correct. You shouldn't be there. We agree. And just everybody knows the Emperor's got no clothes, and this is an incredible failure of a season, right? Even the was it beefed up the bullshit beefed up numbers, right? Even they're low. Here, that's it. Doctor Who ratings accumulator. And look at this. The 4 street. Even these are shit. 3.69, 3.5, and they're also fraudulent. I mean, 3.5, 3.5, like, they're bullshit. Overnight. Don't even ask what the live rating is. You don't even want to know. And look, the bump they get from overnight till 7 day. Virtually nothing. I'm sorry, like, what, 1.4? Nobody gives a shit. This is a massive failure, right? It's a massive failure because you made it for a teeny tiny audience, and they know that. That's why. That's what's up with all the worry. Why does Doctor Who fan worry with cancel? Why does Cannon keep thinking? Well, it did get cancelled with Jodie, right? This is what's supposed to save it, and it's done worse, right? Where most of the current fandom wasn't even bored when it was cancelled, and it wasn't even cancelled officially. It just wasn't renewed. It's a waste of time and energy worrying whether a series will be cancelled now. It's not an unknown property. It's like, say, Chaos, which got cancelled by Netflix after one season. But that's a different case. Chaos may be a clever high concept. Unlike Doctor Who, it didn't have characters for all the audience. No, that's the problem with Doctor Who. It doesn't have characters for all the audience to love, fall in love with forever, right? Ncuti Gatwa was a twat, right? He's not someone that we all want to fall in love with forever, right? He's been excruciating in this role, but he's so queer. Exactly. That might be the key to the series survival. And yeah, that's the key to the series implosion, frankly. What should they have done? What should they have done? Clearly, now you see in hindsight, they should have called Paul McGann. Frankly, Paul McGann was way better at being the Doctor than Ncuti Gatwa. Understands the role so much better, like with a real level of clarity. Again, Doctor Who magazine, you get a free Dalek story in it. Time and the Daleks. It's a great story. It's a weird story. It's an exciting story. I really recommend it. Right, I really do recommend it. But he's great, and he just did that live reading. I really would love to have gone to that. Right, that live performance looks fantastic, and he was in character. Right, not in character. He was in costume. Oh, he's somebody who knows and loves the role. Right. Oh, fuck off, Sophie. Fuck off. Yeah, what was it? Let's just and it's always conscious to pose for lots of photos. And again, looks great. Looks great. There's a great documentary called Who was it? Who and I or Who and Me? About the guy who wrote the McGann TV movie and his intersection with fandom. He has some great interviews with Paul McGann about fandom, about his view on fandom, about like, you know, these fans. I mean, other than being, you know, kind of nuts in a lot of ways, they're charming and just shower them with love. And they're like, you know what? I'm an actor. I like being showered with love, right? I do like being showered with love. But yeah, Paul McGann is totally the person that they could have gone for a new actor, obviously, but they're like, oh no, we gotta have somebody black. We don't care how they are. It's what's this? It's a due December 2024. Oh, we're getting like a live recording of that. Oh, 1 second. This is I've been waiting for, because I wish I was there. Big Finish. 1 second. That I would certainly pay for. Come on. Again, ever since they had their server issue, their what's good? It's been so slow. Oh, my interwebs are looking a bit dodgy. Okay, fine. But I'll come back to that. So anyway, he waited on a phone call when the series returned with Christopher Eccleston. Actually, now is when they knew. Now it opens up, right? So a minute ago, now it opens up. It's new. Where is it? October, November, December. What Deadly Strange? Oh, India Fisher. Oh, Audacity. It was the Audacity story. I'm running like the plague. I really like these audio. Okay, so it's not on the schedule yet. But December 2024. Let's have a look again. Is this going to be video or audio, you think? The live show recorded at the whatever it is. It must be audio only. Shame. Why don't they just set up a single camera and release a video of it, right? I would love that, because it looked wonderful. Oh, let's have a quick look from it, because they really did a great job with it. Yeah, and for me, this seems to be the way forward for Big Finish. Stephen Noonan comments every now and again on the videos, and so I said, Stephen, mate, if they get you, Tim Treloar, and maybe Michael Troughton together for like a Christmas season panto, you couldn't do enough of performances. You'll sell them out. Again, I just look how much he's into the role, right? You know, India Fisher looks a bit like his mum now. But hey, I just love the work he put into this. Like that, he's in costume and nobody else is, right? Love it, absolutely love it. So yeah. So wait for the series of term with Christopher Eccleston. Shame it didn't. Speaking with Doctor Who magazine, McGann revealed that he never met or spoke to the current showrunner, Russ T. Davies. Well, that's silly of them. It's been nearly 20 years since Russ T. Davies revived Doctor Who and killed it again. With Christopher Eccleston playing the role of the Ninth Doctor. Blah, blah, blah. Since then, Davies has left the show and returners, now back in charge of the series' new era, the queer era, not doing well. McGann has also returned to the franchise, frequently as part of Big Finish audio ventures, and a couple of times on screen with Stephen Moffat and Chris Chibnall. And he was delightful every time he's on screen, frankly, right? Night of the Doctor, fantastic. Despite this, McGann's now revealed he's never met or spoken to Davis at all. Again, I just find that weird. He's so viable to play the Doctor still. And that was when the show was supposed to arrive in 2005. He was waiting for a phone call asking him to appear in on the series for asking him to appear in the series for a day. Yeah, I thought they were going to do a regeneration, which I'm glad they didn't now because they got the War Doctor, which I think that really worked. I remember getting an email from Shomron Davis saying, "Thank you so much. If it hadn't been for Charlie, Rose Tyler would have never been created." And I was like, "Well, that's lovely. Do you want to cast me then?" He's like, "No." He went to say, "Never met him, never spoke to him, never had an email." I mean, I am my own great. Who's this email sent to then? We're going to Dr. Magazine, which the co-star India Fisher said in conversation with McGann. Are we going to? Is this an interview with the two of them? Oh yeah, we're gonna cover this. Oh, we're so gonna cover this. I didn't realize this was an interview. Oh yeah, I'm really into this. Okay, I'm definitely into this. What was I up to? So then McGann said, that was India Fisher. McGann said, never spoke to nothing. Speaking of his initial reaction to the 2005, I just said, yeah, so I thought to myself, okay, no one called me yet, but maybe the phone will ring and they'll ask me to come in for a day on this thing. But no, he laughed. That's a proper sad actor, isn't it? When actors aren't working, they sit in a room looking out the window, waiting for the phone to ring. Well, I guess so. And that wasn't me one of those years. The phone didn't ring. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. McGann, look, no, were you in Luther at this around the same time? A second. Let's look at his IMDb for 2005. Paul McGann. Let's have a look. Eighth Doctor Adventures. What? A voice, right? Podcast series. Okay, this is. Okay, is there anything? What's his have upcoming? Matt, it looks like he's mainly working on a Big Finish right now. Undertaker, there you go. But wow, that's a lot of Big Finish stuff he's doing. The Day of Sundog. Yeah, we're trying to get to 2005 anyway. Let's see what's going on back there. 2005. You had this thing called Cathedral, so you're a actor on it. Lie With Me. Okay. Twisted Tales. The Voice. Kidnap TV. Okay, you had work going on. Jippo. Marple, that was the next year. Yeah, shut up. You had plenty of work. You're fine. Whinging fucking actor. But yeah, we're totally going over that article. Oh, that interview, that looks awesome. McGann previously revealed that he wanted to return to the show, saying, I was recently in one of the Jodie Whittaker Power of the Doctor. That was the only time the 8th Doctor got me on the telly. So he gave me a little taste for it. I wouldn't mind doing some more. I would love you doing some more, mate. Last year it was reported that a spin-off focusing on McGann was indeed in the works. Yeah, nothing's in the works anymore. Right? It's crashed, it's burned, it's failed. Right? Their only hope is being able to climb out the ashes with Series 2, and that's zero bloody hope, right? Like zero hope. Over here he's saying, he says David Tennant's the reason the Doctor Who snogs all over the shop. Yeah, it's not good, mate. I'm sorry. It's really genuinely not very good. Doctor Who star Paul McGann has suggested that David Tennant is the reason that the Doctor is snogging all over the shop. It's more Rusty Davis. Like, yeah, we all loved him, but like he can't do anything without it being sexual. Like he just doesn't have that software built in. There's got to be like some kind of sex thing in it. I think Doctor Who magazine. Yes, we're going to go over it. We're promote stuff for Legend live. Again, I'm looking forward to that. I wish they were just releasing a video of it. Now, of course, the Doctor Snog. Where did he start? They reflect on the idea of romance in the series. Now, of course, the Doctor's snogging all over the shop. Yeah, it doesn't matter. Men, women, dogs, you name it. That's good. David Tennant, the David Cassidy of the Doctors. Yes. Reflecting further on the dynamic in Doctor and Charlie, McGann further suggests that it's got to be platonic, adding the Doctor cannot be the love interest. It's impossible. Yes. Oh, so here, 1 second. Let me show you one of the things I just don't think worked. Right when they moved away from that, they got a folder over here. So yeah, this is the sort of thing I just don't think works. Yeah, the Regency fuck bunny thing doesn't really do it, mate.
I'll tell you what, when we both get out of this,
I'll fuck you in the arse.
Let's argue across the stars.
Is that code for fucking each other in the arse? Oh, Doctor, let me make you the sexual, a sexual center of the show. Yes, we're gonna snog because it's so fucking normal. Doctor Who's gonna snog a bloke. Oh, now Doctor Who's having a bit of a cry. Oh, Billy, you got a lovely pair of tits, but you're gonna have to die. Time to snog. Oh, yes, I gotta cry first. And now we're gonna snog. Oh, what a snog goes on forever. Oh, so stunning, so brave, so strong. Oh, a bit of tongue there, yes. Cheeky. Oh, look, I've got your little butt plug. No, give me my butt plug back. And now I just completely changed the premise of everything we were working on because now we have the snog because that's all that fucking matters. Fuck off you. You like to ban me. Oh, God. Could he make him look more effeminate? Oh, me. Yeah, it used to be in Hollywood, that's the only expression a black man was allowed to make on film. Yeah, mother. And now he's doing it voluntarily.
Find me.
No. I'm not going to look. No. Please no season 3, because they might find each other. Find me, and I'll have this up my butt waiting for you. Oh, I'm going to be the last one to go. It's going to be so sad. It's starting and brave. And brave is starting. It's going to go. Wow! Oh, I'm going to cry. Oh, off. Or we could have Paul McGann. Yeah. Swings around about. The Doctor needs to be asexual, Fisher added. There's no sex in the TARDIS. Yeah, there's no scissoring in the fucking TARDIS. Oh, scissoring in the TARDIS. McGann continued, I think that's the rule you don't break. Well, they broke it. I think that if that happened, Doctor would lose one of the huge advantages. It did. Yeah, that's why its ratings are in the toilet, right? Yes, exactly. You can't go back after that. Yes, I know. Yeah. Once you put your gay bounty hunter that's badly developed tongue in your mouth, ain't coming out again, mate. It ain't coming out again. Tennant played the Doctor in 2005, 2010. Return, blah, 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 blah. Well, next we see Chris and Joyce the World. Blah, 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 blah. Millie Gibson, too hot and too talented, had to be fucking fired. Well, of course, right? It's got the Radio Times saying the same thing, right? It's all over the place. Let's see what else is on Bleeding Core about Doctor Who. The show's best monster villains and the iconic looks. No. Spinning off filming until just before Christmas. Couldn't care less. Win a chance to see 30 people see the screening of Joyce the World. I'm not excited by that, right? At all. I'm really genuinely not excited by that at all. It sounds kind of like dull, I have to tell you. Speaking of which, oh God, I'm struggling. Where is it? What's the one? I'm like caught on this. I can't get past it. I'm halfway through the first story in Susan's. Yeah, been going on for what, months now. Where is it? I'm trapped in this release. I'm halfway through this first story. I just can't motivate myself to finish listening to it. This was very good, though. I like the Morbius than I do. What can I tell you? Let's have a quick look at... let's see what Screen Rant has. Bit of Screen Rant action. Armor Wars gets... Oh, God. Yeah, everything's cancelled. Everything's cancelled because it's all failed. It's all failed because it's all been woke shit, right? You know, you said, oh, if I don't see Star Wars in trouble, really? Well, open up your eyes, mate. Open up your eyes, darling. Filming expects to wrap, don't care. Full Doctor and companion Renard, 47 years in new image. Okay. I just want to see the image. I do like that. That is nice. That is nice. When is it coming out? The Hellwood Inheritance and Memory Thieves. I'm actually glad they're back together again. Right? Let's just go big finish. We'll look at the news there. Because again, for me, this is really, I find the most interesting interesting stuff in Doctor Who. So new Fourth Doctor series of 2025. But I'm glad he's back with Louise Jameson. I'm probably going to get this set now, right? Because the Lou Jameson stuff is really, generally speaking, very good. But she's like retiring, you know, good for her. But she, again, really fabulous actress. So the first box set of the Fourth Doctor in March 2025. Tell me more, right? They're eventually, because I've been out the Fourth Doctor range for a while because it's been somewhat shit. I'm afraid they've had their companion in played by St. Crooks, and she just wasn't very good, right? She was okay, but she just wasn't good enough. I'm sorry, didn't really work for me. Their adventures across time and space are far from over. The iconic pairing of the Doctor and Leela, who are starting to go in Doctor Who TV adventures, 77-8 will return. Blah blah blah. The first season titled the Hellwood Inheritance, featuring two exciting stories. The titular story finds the time-traveling duo investigate a safari park where the entertainment is undead. Then the memory thieves, the TARDIS lands on the planet where the inhabitants suffer constant memory loss and are stalked by mysterious monsters. Both those sound reasonably interesting. So when the Doctor and Leela are chased through the countryside by a headless knight, it's only the start of their problems because they're on the grounds of Hellwood Manor, the first safari park for ghosts. Mistaken for a psychological? Physical? Psychial? Oh, whatever. So it's aimed for investigators. The TARDIS team are shown the mysterious ghost catcher device that made the whole scheme possible. But can it really be catching ghosts? It can't really be catching. And what really happened in Hellwood? So that sounds like a story that's good enough that will be held together by great performances. Also written by Alan Barnes, who's normally pretty darn good. The colony world of New Pasitha, in Memory Thieves, was peaceful for many years, but strange eclectic pulses started to be detected in the forest, and they started to get stronger, and then people lost their memories. The Doctor and Leela land in the community in turmoil, doomed by insanity and a mysterious abeyance unless the TARDIS crew can save them. But what's with the monsters being seen in the locality? This may prove harder than expected. Can they rescue the minds of the colonists, or will they forget who they are? Again, sounds like pretty good stuff. David Richards says, yeah, no, it's great. We love it. It's all going to be good stuff. I don't know. Let's have a look at previous releases with them. Hold this first, because that's normally where the good stuff is. So yeah, Gallifrey is it's okay. It's kind of a soap opera drama on Gallifrey, but this is one of the earliest of Big Finish where things were actually kind of a lot more fun. And they had her playing Judge Anderson at one point. So these three companion chronicles are very good. They go with the Catalyst, Empathy Games, and the Time Vampire. They're all in the same cycle. And again, she can really take apart the script. right? She really knows what she's doing. We got Catherine again, boring, pulling faces. I think she wrote that. And she's in. Oh yeah, she turns up in Jacob and Lightfoot series 3. The Four Doctor Lost Adventures. Yeah, I will keep the Lost, quite frankly. Yeah, but here, this is where it starts getting good. This like mini series, Destination Nerva. It's Leela on Nerva Beacon, and then I don't know. None of these things are really leaping out and saying, "Oh, these are must listens," right? Energy of the Daleks is pretty good, as is the Trail of the White Worm and the Obsidian Adventure. Honestly, her best work seems to be the Companion Chronicles, which are way too expensive. $10.45. Are you out your mind? That's just ridiculous, right? This movie for $260 is really worth it. Okay, I really enjoyed it. Like the end. That's pretty good. Okay, but honestly, fine. So it looks as good as the rest. That's how I would describe it. It looks as good. Yeah, it looks as good as the rest. Anything else coming out from Big Finish? Yeah, the news. News, not what's new. News. Doink. Jodie Whittaker's here. Oh, fuck off. No, I think that's made people stop buying more Big Finish than anything before. So is this the new one with Joe Jones is out? Oh no, this is what the new Third Doctor went. Now, somebody commented recently, they think he sounds nothing like the Third Doctor. He said, am I the only person who thinks Tim Trelawney sounds nothing like the Third Doctor? To me, he's always kind of like sold it, I have to tell you. But why didn't they cosplay him as Perch? We're like, what's wrong with him? He's got that big snoz, put a wig on him. He could totally do a cosplay. And it's really dumb they don't do that, quite frankly. And if he does a live reading in costume, that would be incredible. So Tim Trelawney, Daisy Ashford, so it's going to be a season 7 one, and John Colsher playing the Brigadier. Doctor Who in the Brain Drain, full cast audio drama, the February 2025. This has been a pretty solid range. The first of 2025's Third Doctor Adventures, a box set brings together unit team of season 7 with a brand new adventure. Like the TV stories of the era told over 7 episodes. Yeah, the last one they did like this was really good. I really enjoyed it. They've done a couple actually. They've all been good. Doctor Who and the Brain Drain, I love the title, is Tim Trelawney is getting used to his recent exile on Earth, settling into his role as unit scientific advisor when he's dispatched to Scotland on his latest mission. Accompanying Dr. Liz Shaw and Brigadier Lethbridge Stewart, this fledgling team will have to pull all their skills and monsters. I like that they're new together. That's interesting. Ghosts await them. So newly exiled Doctor Liz Shaw and Brigadier they take Brigadier to a position of imposing in an imposing Scottish castle. So I can really see that on 1970s film. Professor MacLeod and her son have developed a new treatment of memory. Of course, it's a female scientist. Memory loss that's possible cure for dementia. I mean, can we have a cure for like the relentless? I mean, like maybe it isn't. Maybe it's a good casting, but it's just like this identity politics casting. It's tiring, right? As the Doctor investigates sightings, strange mythological creatures and ghosts are unleashed in the castle's corridor. Liz and Brigadier search for a connection. This sounds like a really good story. I'm up for this. This is just what happens just what is happening to the energy produced by MacLeod's revolutionary treatment, and what is the strange creature that hides in castle grounds. Yeah, this feels very organic, right? Scripts are co-written by Nick Briggs. I know a lot of people don't like him. I think he produces quality. I really do. Right? I've got Mark Elsobin, who I normally like a lot. My wife's been editing one of Richard's books and said to me, he writes beautifully. He also knows old Doctor Who. Who are we talking about? Who wrote this then? Richard who? We'll just go over here. By Richard James and Nicholas Briggs. Okay, I like they're bringing new talent as well. This one was excellent, by the way. This one was really good. The Annihilators, it had like a little cameo in by the second Doctor, played by Michael Troughton. And then they did another one as well, which was, again, it was like Sky, which is a TV, a kaleidoscope, meets the Seventh Doctor. Yeah, it really worked, right? These things have been really doing well. Return of Joe Jones, this is the one where it fell off. It was, oh, God, agony, right? It really was just agony. And I think I bought this, Intelligence for War. There's another season 7 one, right? But it wasn't as good as the first one. And now this year, Revolution in Space was though. Oh, that really felt really organically, season 11, right? Sarah James one. And I guess the next one is the Quintessence. Oh, that's another Joe Jones one. I'm like avoiding that one like the plague. The first one was awful, like painfully bad, right? The Brain Drain. Okay, look, sounds fun. I might be in for this. Look, Big Finish. They love stories. Just a lot of them have to be horribly woke a lot of the time. Remember the last time there was Nookie and Targets, we got River Song. Well, it's a plus or a minus depending on how you want to look at it. River Song not played by what's her name? Who was in charge of Torchwood? Yvonne Hartman. Who played Yvonne Hartman? Was it one in EastEnders? 1 second. Yvonne Hartman, played by what's the name of the actress? Tracy Ann Oberman. There you go. Tracy Ann Oberman, who was actually, my dad had a deli when we were growing up. My parents had a deli. Their baker who delivered to them a few times a week, daughter is Tracy Ann Oberman. There you go. That's a wee connection from beyond. Fine. So the schedule's a bit. What's the schedule this week? Wednesday, I'm off tomorrow. Tuesday I'm on. Wednesday night is a Jewish holiday, so I'm pretty sure I'm going to be on Thursday, but I might be an hour late. Might be on at 6, and then same thing Saturday. Right? That I think might be the plan. Anyway, with that, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to hit the end broadcast button. I'm going to hit it again and say good night, good luck.